I'd buy that for $1.
What up, peeps? Mr.Bones back at you, and welcome back to another Dollar Tree Theater. And what we're going to talk about is The Houses October Built 2. From the producer of Insidious and Paranormal Activity. Absolutely one of the best horror movies of the year. Scream magazine says filled with scary thrills, laughs, and an ending that is sure to shock. A Foreboding Films production, starring Brandy Schaefer, Zach Andrews, Mikey Rowe, and Jeff Larson. Produced by Zach Andrews, Steven Snyder, and directed by Bobby Rowe. Recovering from the trauma of being kidnapped last Halloween by the Blue Skeleton, a group who takes extreme haunts to another level, 5 friends decide they must face their fears in order to move on when they head back on the road to visit more haunted house attractions. Signs of the Blue Skeleton start appearing again, and a new terror begins. This is the sequel to the houses that October built. The first one's awesome. This one's okay. It's a good movie. It's just not as good as the first one. It picks up from the first one. The first one has this creepy ass doll face girl. And yeah, the first one, spoiler, the first one is, it's about these group of friends, 4 guys and a girl, that go around documenting haunted houses, trying to find the scariest ones. And it's just they're just out having fun till it's no longer fun, till the shit gets real. And spoiler, the end of that, it's like a cliffhanger ending of them getting buried alive, and it just goes off. And this one continues, and it shows the girl being saved, a cop showing up because they was live feeding it, and she was saved, and now she's known as Coffin Girl. There's a video footage of it on like YouTube with 4 million hits, and she's not with the guys anymore. She's home trying to like recover from the trauma, and she's like was black-headed in the first one. She dyed her hair blonde. They go to visit her to try to convince her to go back, and she had dyed her hair blonde. It used to be black, and she's not having it. But they try to tell her it's new, the game is different now, it's safe, and we just go to simple stuff, and they pay us to like review their place and kind of like give them 5 stars, tell them it's a good place to visit and whatnot. And eventually, like, they have this one big one they need to go to, and they can't get the girl, Brandy. She doesn't want to come back. And they say, well, don't come without her. And they're trying to convince her, and they're like, no one wants to see 4 dudes. They want to see Coffin Girl. The one that's, it's in a video with 4 million hits. She's kind of semi-famous, whether she wants to be or not, and she's known as Coffin Girl. They eventually talk her into it, tell her it's just a haunted hayride and it's safe, and they'll even get like a doctor to go with them to keep an eye on her and help her deal with being there. It's a decent movie, but like I said, it's not as good as the first one. The first one's awesome. I'd recommend anyone who likes the first one to check this one out too, though. Peace.